dolls, welcome back to my channel. Teshiamonique here, and I have a really cool glam tutorial for you guys today to show you how to get this beautiful, amazing, super bright, super glam and gorgeous lighting for your beauty or makeup zhuzhing area. Now this project is really cool because it is so inexpensive, you guys. So what I wanted to do was to show you gals and guys this space today and show you how you too can just really accent your room and get the vibe factor up. Now this is not going to be your traditional how-to video because I want to show you guys just how simplistic it really can be, how easy but really nice and affordable so you can really glam on a budget. This is how my vanity area looks. So this is the big picture. I've got two vanity setups because I'll be doing too much. I'm extra and I love it. So I like the effect because it gives the room a really old Hollywood dressing room, backstage kind of vibe, and I love it. So I have two vanities. Both of these are from IKEA. Very cheap, very inexpensive. This is the mom vanity, and it's got the one large drawer here, as you guys can see. And then I have an actual mom desk here, and that's M-A-L-M here, as you guys can see, and it's got the two drawers. This is the setup, and I have a mirror on each one. Now, as you guys can see, I kind of have been playing with the positioning of my room. Right now, nothing is mounted. I don't have my mirrors mounted on the wall. I don't have the lighting mounted, but that's the part that I want to share with you dolls today so that you can get your glam effect on too and get your beauty room popping. Now, the cool thing about this setup is that it is movable. It doesn't have to stay in the same position. So that's why I didn't want to mount it on the wall, because I like to really change around my glam area from time to time and just give it a new, updated, fresh feel, a fresh vibe. So for that reason, I just like to kind of sit my vanities up against the wall. I like the way that this is shaped L-shaped because I can sit with just one chair. They're close enough together where if I'm sitting here, I can work, and then if I want to turn just in my chair and do some stuff here, I can too. And I have all of my eyeshadow stuff over here, my lashes and that sort of stuff. So that's what this area mainly is. And then my makeup and my main vanity getting ready station is here, where my simple human mirror is and all of that sort of thing. So just staying on topic, I have just a short mirror here that came from the IKEA clearance section, and it was $10. So it doesn't have a frame or anything, but I kind of like that it doesn't have a frame on it, because then it's, to me, it's a little bit more chic. It's just really clean. It doesn't have like a line around it or anything that cuts the mirror. It's just a plain mirror, but you can use whatever mirror you like. I like the beveled edges on this one, and I think that it's just really chic and goes with the vibe of my room. The big mirror back here that I have, this mirror here is a really big mirror. It's really heavy and it's really sturdy. It's beveled on the edges, and you guys, this mirror was just an old mirror from a mirrored dresser that I had, and I no longer wanted the mirror. I didn't like the dresser. It was like kind of old school, and I took the mirror through the dresser. I was gonna get rid of the mirror, and I was like, this is really pretty. It had a brown, you know, this is the kind of thing where you have your dresser here, and then it has like maybe a framing or something with the mirror attached to the dresser, and then it was brown, and I kind of just chipped away the brown wood that was around the dresser before I got rid of the dresser itself, and it was just a really pretty mirror by itself. I just set it up here on a whim, and it works really good. So it looks like that, and I was thinking about having it mounted on the back of the vanity itself so that it kind of becomes one piece. But like I said, this vanity is from IKEA, and I don't know how sturdy or heavy duty it is because it's not that expensive, so I didn't want to damage my vanity. So I just left it kind of propped up against the wall here, as you guys can see. And you can find mirrors like this really inexpensive at a lot of stores. You don't have to go to like Home Goods or Marshalls or TJ Maxx or those types of things and get a $100 mirror. You can find a mirror like this one. Honestly, you can find them at thrift shops. You can find them at resale stores, yard sales. Even if you come across, you know, happen to be driving in your neighborhood or out and about on a Saturday, check for things like that, because you can pick up a mirror like this for maybe $10 or so, is what I would say. Or if you have a mirror in your home that you want to repurpose, by all means, hold on to them, because you can always find different places for them. So these are the two mirrors here that I'm going to be adding the lights to. Now the lights, let me tell you guys about the lights. They are really, really inexpensive as well. IKEA is a best friend for a girl when you are starting out on your glam journey, because you can really get some great buys there for sure. Now this clothes rack too, just off topic, I also got from IKEA for like 20 bucks, and you see it really brings in the vibe in the room. So these lights here, and I've got one that I didn't connect just so I could show you guys how it looks. This is called the MUSIK light. It's MUSIK, and this I got from IKEA. I believe there were 20 bucks for this, just the light, the component itself, and it's got 5 bulbs in it. And the bulbs do not come with the lighting, but you can buy these for $20. And if you have one mirror, you can do 2 lights. They're really, really bright, as you can see back here. The bulbs that you get are going to be really high lighting, and it's really pretty. Really pretty lighting. So cords here, you will have a black and a white cord coming off. I am going to link my last video where I showed you guys my old Vanity setup, which will be kind of fun to see also, but you'll also see how to connect these to to extension cords, and you can go through that whole video to see how to connect this to an extension cord, or you can even do it with a switch if you wanted to. But I just did these, the black and the white, and then you splice off the end of an extension cord, black to white. I'll show you all that in the video link below, so watch that one before you do the electrical part of this. This is the actual Vanity setup video. You can decide if you want to put 2 around your mirror, if you want to go full on and do, you know, maybe 4, if you want to go 1 here and then 2 on each side. The way that I have my lights set up, I'm just going to do 1 on each side, because I find that if I were to go all the way around, because I have done that before on my last setup, that when you have makeup and products on your vanity top, to have these bulbs on the bottom here as a row, it gets really hot. Now these do heat up. I mean, it's not super hot to where you're going to be you know, starting a fire or anything like that, fire hazard, but they do heat up. So my makeup room, when I do have the lighting on and stuff and I'm getting dressed, it does get warm in here. So I have a fan as well, and the lights do throw some heat depending on how long you're in here. If you're 30 minutes or less for makeup, then it's not a big deal. You're in, you put your makeup on, you go. But just keep that in mind in terms of how many lights you want to put on. I had thought about going on the top as well, but for this mirror, because of the way it's shaped, and I just really like that pretty curvature in the mirror, I didn't want to take away from that, so I'm just going to leave the top blank. And like I said, I've just kind of propped my lighting up on the mirror, just to kind of, as I'm using it already, it's just kind of been propped up like that on the sides, and it gives off quite a bit of light. I like the way the light is illuminated, so I'm just gonna put the 2, just 1 on each side. Now this mirror here, I'm gonna just do 2 on this one on each side, because this is a smaller mirror, and I think that once I put these lights here and then 1 on this side to come across the top, it could work, but I think it would just be just too much. Like, not necessary, not too much, because you can never be doing too much, but it would just be unnecessary. So I just wanted to show you guys that this is the lighting system that you will get from IKEA, and depending on how many lights you want to put around each mirror or around your mirror will determine how many of these you buy. These are $20 each. The light bulbs, they get the lighting from Home Depot, and these were about $6 a box, and it looks like this. Now this is the Eco Smart, and these are LED 60-watt lights, light bulbs. You get 3 in a pack. So I'm putting only 4 in each of my lighting systems, because the thing about it is, and I will show you, dolls, is that when you come in here and you start to put your lighting on, depending on how you place your lighting in terms of location, you will see that I'm going to place mine midway on the mirror, about that height. Now that gives you ample clearance in terms of having this light bulb here touching your vanity or close to your workspace. Because if you're gonna have brushes maybe sitting on your vanity and that sort of thing, like I said, these light bulbs do heat up. They're not, you know, too hot, but you don't want any of your products melting. I've had instances where I've had a bulb down here and then it's touched like my brushes, touch different things on my vanity, and it's kind of melted. Kind of measure it off and decide where you want to place your lighting. Typically, you kind of just want it to be midway of your mirror. So you can do it either way you want. You can see here that even when I do 3 lights, even just 3 bulbs rather, it still gives off quite a bit of lighting. So it all just depends. You can definitely fill these up and then place your lighting higher on your mirror, or you can just keep it down low and, you know, just put 3 or 4, whatever. So I'm gonna stick these directly onto the mirror itself. Now, of course, you can mount these fixtures onto the wall, and they have a spot on there with a nail and everything. But like I said, I like to change my room around, and I don't want to be kind of limited to wherever my lighting and my mirror are placed on the wall. In my glam room, I may choose, you know, in a month or 2 to move my whole setting over to the other wall. You know, as you get into it, you may see like, oh, I want more lighting, or I just like the vibe better on this side, or I'm tired of sitting over here all the time with my back to the door. I want to change it. So for that reason, I'm just going to mount these right to the mirror, and it's really easy. That way you don't have to get out power tools and that sort of thing, and just keep it really cute and simple. What I'm using is the command strips. These are 3M, and you can pick these up everywhere pretty much. And I've got the 12 large pairs. This one says they hold 16 pounds. These lights are not that heavy at all, so they're very light even with the bulbs in there. So this should be fine in terms of holding the weight of these lights. I'm doing here is that I'm gonna just go sideways with it. I want to kind of measure it off so that when I stick them on, I'm gonna go probably about here, because like I said, I sit down low and I want the lights to be where I really can get that bright LED light to set my makeup and to get my makeup on. Like, I want it to be on fleek at all times. So I'm just gonna go about in a location to where it's still concealed by the lighting when I stick it on. I'm gonna press it onto the mirror, make sure that it is not visible. So I'm gonna hit this bevel edge on my mirror, and you just want to press. Press, press, press. Press, press, press. Now, if you can see, I do have a little bit of white that I would be able to see only, that's kind of sticking out on the sides. And I'm going to take an X-Acto knife and just run that along and get that stickiness off. I mean, it's not bad, but just so that it cleans it up. And I'm just really pressing this into the mirror is what I'm doing. Now, of course, the way that this is set up, the cord itself is still here, as you guys can see. But I'm just going to let that flow down the side. I mean, honestly, it's not that bad. And it just goes down. And that's on there. So that's lickety split. Really, really easy. Like I said, I'm sticking to the mirror, so I'm not drilling holes through it to let the cords and all of that run. This is just really super duper easy. So when I come into my room, I come underneath the vanity, I hit the switch on the power strip, and it turns on all the lighting in the room, which is fine with me. If you wanted to do it more so in depth, where you had like a switch, a remote control, or if you wanted to do even like where you go through the walls to hide the wires and all that stuff, you can level up like that. Me personally, I'm not. This looks really good. It looks really clean. I think that it looks almost like it is built like that to me, because the silver that this IKEA light provides is like a mirrored, it looks mirrored. It's a mirrored finish. So that looks like it's part of the vanity to me. Go even back. And to me, it looks seamless. It looks like it's part of the mirror. So it's like that. It's up to you if you want to fully load it or not. So let me do the other side, and then I will show you guys how it looks. Love it. So that is that. And you guys can see what an impression it makes. Let me turn this light down, and you can see that it is just really, really fabulous. Fabulous. I love it. I really like the beveled edge on the top. it really gives it a lot of character and a lot of class, I think. So now I'm going to go in and I am going to do the other side here, which is the smaller vanity. You can see I already have one light just kind of sitting up here like I have been having them anyways. I'm going to go ahead and attach this one to the mirror. Now this one is a lighter mirror and it's a really flimsy mirror, but it looks really good. So I'm going to attach that one. I'm going to get it probably as tall as the mirror at the top. I'm going to line up with the top across so that it looks more finished, like it's an actual beauty vanity lighting system. And then I'll come back and show you guys. I'm doing the same process. I've got some command strips left, plenty. I actually did 4 on each side because it seemed like it gave it a little more stability. So for this one, I'll probably do the same because it seems like the light fixture itself may be a little heavier weight on the mirror. Okay, dolls, so this is the second mirror, as you guys can see. And what I did on this one is I just went horizontal. I had to turn the strips around because they weren't sticking that way. So I went and I actually cut them in half and went down the mirror just to maximize how much stickiness I got. And it looks like that if you guys can see. But it's really seamless. This one looks really, really good. So voila! There you have it, you guys. Instant glam and gorgeousness for your beauty space or your beauty room. I am so in love with how this turned out. Super simple, super cheap, but extremely fabulous. This is my beauty space. I am obsessed with it. It does the job. It feels really, really chic, very glam, very Hollywood, which is the vibe that I am going for in my room. So please comment below. Let me know if this video was helpful for you guys. And if you are going to try this, let me know how it turns out. And just use your judgment on the command strips. Add more or less as need be. Adjust your height accordingly. And let me know if you want to see a full-on glam room tour. I would love to show you dolls my space because I really, really love it. It is just really, really bomb to me. I am so obsessed with it, and I really love the vibe in here, the energy, and these lights just took the fab factor all the way up. It makes such a big difference with the lighting for makeup and just having that wow effect when you're getting ready. I think that is just such a major key in how you do your glam and how you just, you know, make yourself feel really good about your room, your space, and the energy that it brings. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.